They keep trying to cut my camera off every time I tell on Shakina. I got plenty of storage on my phone, so ain't no my storage is full, no bullshit. So I'm telling on Shakina. So my sister brought me into her home. Her name is Shakina Shante Jones. And she brought me into her home in Channelview. And there was stale food in the cabinets. Stale food, and I was pregnant. And she asked me what was the name to that studio that I was going to, Expectation Studio, to get the result. And I needed the money for her, and I needed her to take me, so I told her. She was acting like she didn't see my baby moving in my stomach. She was acting like she couldn't feel it. She didn't really want to look. And then she put me out her home. Ouch. And they know that I'm showing, and I need to shower. And they was messing with my camera, trying to keep me from showing my stomach moving. So they trying to keep me from telling on Shakina. I don't understand why, because they was all involved who brought me into their home with the bullshit. But for some reason, they don't want me to tell on Shakina. Why, Jesus? I feel like it's just as bad. It don't matter who did it. Your sister is a civilian. It don't matter. Crime, 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 crime. And when I was in that mental facility, well, I wasn't in a facility, but I was in the back of the jail with them trying to pay me out to be a mental patient for crimes that I was not guilty for. And when I had a vision, I was in there and I was kind of like just waiting. And when I came out of there, I was angry as it. And I see my little sister in bed with a cord. And my other sister in bed with a cord. And a white girl text that I don't even know in bed with a cord. And a white woman in bed with a cord. And all of a sudden I see my little sister over there running her mouth. Just talking so goddamn bad about me. Then I come into her home with old stale ass food. And that's where they denied my pregnancy when I first got out the jail. That was where it was denied. Because I had called Larissa and showed her my stomach. I already told her the jail in Conroe Regional denied my pregnancy. And I told Kat and Cookie, and they was over there talking about, oh, that's a stone pregnancy when a baby right there moving. And I tell you what Cookie's mother said while me and Kat were over there smoking a damn cigarette. She looked at my stomach while I leaning back like this. And the old lady was in a wheelchair, and they was not treating her right. They were leaving her over in that room with that stinking boo-boo and all of that in the house. Taking care of her, supposedly getting money. I suppose. But it was stink like hell. And you don't leave no old people up in there like that. But she wasn't my mama. And so I tell you something. I pray she's still okay. Because she could tell that I was pregnant. And she said, now you know you're not supposed to be smoking. And I looked and I thought, well, if this old woman can realize that I'm pregnant and that I shouldn't be smoking this cigarette, then why the hell is all of them trying to pretend like the baby already dead? And then they was the ones who told me that Blackjack had rumor that he was a pedophile. Because I told them I had just come over from his house. When they picked me up, acting like they didn't know nothing about it, but subliminally telling me that they knew him. But not telling me how. And then I was over in the back room with food at his auntie's house. And Kat was getting mad when I come over there to use her stove because his auntie didn't have no stove, and I was coming over there with pizza and putting pizza in the oven and cooking it. But they didn't want me to eat shit unless they made it. And I tell you something else. When I went into the auntie house, the auntie asked me for my food stamp card. And then the uncle and everybody want my food stamp card. And they wouldn't let me live there for free without giving them my food. And then I still kept some food for me back there. And I was eating and resting. And the woman was paid. So ain't no reason to come back there bothering me. And she kept coming up in there bothering me while I back there. And they didn't want me to look pretty. And I put a perm in my hair and I was looking very beautiful. And then all of a sudden the uncle started saying he wanted to see me. And then trying to talk about, oh, if you want some money, you need help, I gave some money to you. And then all of a sudden Cat tried to fight me. And then the Kiwi cousins started trying to talk to me. And they started trying to act like they were going to fight over me. And everybody on the property was